Today's video is brought to you by our proud sponsor, Glasses. Shut up and look at me, would ya? Link in the go f*** yourself down below.
Hello, my elite HVAC babies. I'm addicted. Living the total guy life. Oh, no, please. Hello, my elite HVAC babies. What I've got today is, hold on, bear with me now. I've got a maintenance because we're that slow. There's no service calls right now. So I figured maybe that's a good time for me to put, put some effort into a video and maybe show you how to test a compressor or something, I'll bring you along for it. And if I think of something that would be beneficial, that I can take some time and show you. Informative. It's Friday. I love Fridays. You know why I love Fridays? Not because it's paydays. Because it's Fridays I'm in love. You know, that Cure song. Fridays are good because I like the weekend. Anyway, enough of my schizophrenic rants. Yeah, we will try and think of something for a video. If there's customers there that I can't, videotape with, well then I'm sorry, and then I won't upload this part either, and you won't know any differently. But I'm still sorry for neglecting my babies. Guys, I'm going crazy. Oh yeah, update. I've had a couple of interviews. 2 of them were good. Excuse me. I basically have this place that does chillers and all that. They made me an offer. I told them I'll get back with them. If I wait too long, they'll be like, oh, it seems like he doesn't want to come in with us and work for us. So I need to make a decision fast. But I had an interview yesterday that is they bring me on and they start training me for what they call it there is production manager, which is essentially install manager or what have you, but done a little differently. So we'll see how that goes. I'm waiting to hear back from them today, and hopefully they get back to me today. The owner's wife was having surgery yesterday, and I was talking to the operations manager, and he really wants me to come in there and do that for him. And it's like real close to my house. It's not even a quarter mile away from my house, as to where I'm driving 30-40 minutes every morning to, not on my gas, but to this town I'm working in right now. But anyway, I'm sure you guys don't even give a shit. Yeah, give a shit. Love you, babies. We'll see you on the call.
Okay, so we have an X13 blower motor module. I'm here on this maintenance now, so yeah. Pan's looking a little dirty. We're gonna clean all that up. Already changed the filter. We're gonna get amperages, all that stuff, but I'll do I'll show you guys how to check a compressor outside. We'll make this video about that because maintenance is super easy. So I have the vacuum on, as you can tell, and it's important. I've already flushed this a couple times, but I figured I'd come record this. Best way to do it is to go into the pan. Sometimes the pan's not accessible in this way, but this is going to help you get all the gunk out of there. And you want to do that with warm water. So I'm going to fill this back up. And I bumped around my GoPro, so I think the angle's weird now. But I'm going to refill this and prime that trap. So that's the second time I poured a gallon down there. And 2 times good, because this is, I mean, the drain line had really good flow to begin with, but that's what you want to do. You want to flush the drain line. Okay, so we're going to reprime that trap, or as my buddy would like to say, retrime that pap. My son the other day asked me if driving a car was hard. Yeah. Son asked me the other day if driving a car was hard, but he said, "Is driving a car hard?" And I lost it. I absolutely lost it. Grounded him for a month. I don't know why it was so funny to me at the time, but here we are, just priming the old trap, making sure the flow's good. Only problem about doing it this way is you get water in the float switch, but I hear her priming. Oh, little doodads in there. So hopefully you can see that. Compressor down there, I have the condenser fan off so that I can get down, check that compressor, because we have to wash the coils from the inside out. Make sure when you guys are doing that, even if it's micro channel, that you're washing it from the inside out. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to check that compressor. Hopefully it comes, picks up well on the video. But right now, I'm going to go get a couple of things here, and I'll be back and we'll check that compressor. So I've checked the voltage already going in the unit, but I'm going to do it for the sake of the video. I've got it off at the breaker, especially if there's no disconnect. If it's just an on-off breaker, always check that voltage when you're about to work on it. Okay, you probably can't see that at the angle I'm dipping down in, but yeah, okay, so we are not live. Okay, so first and foremost, when you're checking a compressor, what you want to do is not test through your wires going to your contactor and your capacitor, okay? And this is strictly for single phase, because that's the only time you're going to have a capacitor for your compressor, at least. Three-phase will not have a capacitor. You want to test through the lug itself. So you take this guy off, which sometimes can be a little tricky. Okay, in single phase, what you want to see is you want two readings to be half of your highest reading, if that makes sense. So you have common, start, and run. So let's say hypothetically you go through common to run, you test that, and you're at 2, okay? Well, then from common to start, you're at 1, and then run to start, you're at 1, okay? So the two lower numbers added together equals your highest reading, okay? So that's real important when you're checking your compressor. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter which one you do first, common to run or common to start, or which variation. You're gonna find out which one's your highest reading, and then you're gonna go through what your two low numbers were and see if they add together to equal that high number, to see if they match with that high number. On a 3-phase, because I know this is primarily a commercial channel as of right now, at least. On a 3-phase, on those windings, your common, start, run, you want those to be the same reading across all 3 variations, okay? But that's on 3-phase. So hypothetically, if you're on a 3-phase compressor and you get a reading of you know, 1.5, 1.5, and like 3. Well, there's a red flag right there. Okay, they need to all be the same or very, very close. You know, if you're a point off, you know, try and match them up as good as possible. You know, scratch the little prongs on here. I don't know if you can see this, but you know, with your leads, just to make sure you have good connection there, and you know, keep it there for a minute and figure out what you got. So this is going to be pretty hard to see. Hopefully I can get this on video. So, all right. Oops. My sunglasses are getting in the way and screwing me up. Okay, make sure we're not checking continuity, sounding out a connection. Okay, so between these two, and do not put your fingers on the leads. Do not touch the metal part with your fingers. Okay. I'm not getting a good connection because I can't really see. All right, 2.4, and then we're going to go to our other lead. Keep one of the leads on the same one. Okay. Got to be careful because if you're reading K ohms, that's not going to be what you're looking for. You're not looking for K ohms. Looking for actual ohms on these windings. 2.4. See if I can get a good connection here. Come on. Okay. Okay, we have our 3 readings here. And then I'm going to go through. So hopefully this makes sense to you. You're going to go from common to start. You know, and I'm just picking a random order. Common to start. Okay. Imagine these are your 3 lugs right here on your compressor. Okay. Common to start. Then you're going to keep this one lead right here where it's at. And you're going to move your other lead, like common start, and then we'll call this run. Okay. So you've went from common to start, common to run, and then you move this lead over start right here and run. So now you've gone through all 3 variations with that. You can test through the leads to the compressor, or to the wires to the compressor. I'll put that plug back in. But the issue with that is if there's any moisture, you're going to read the resistance of that moisture within those lines. So I'm going to test it that way and show you how to do that. And I'll be right back with you. Okay, so these Yorks like to be little sneaky guys. Coming through here, we have brown, which I know that's our Herm right here because we have brown to the compressor. They like to be weird with York. They'll give you 2 brown wires. Typically brown's reserved for fan with most manufacturers, but this one, that's not the case. Okay, there you go. And then we need to look on the, ouch, sitting on the panel, the schematic, and we know that basically our red and black that are going to our compressor are going to our contactor as well. So we got to figure out which lines are which going to there. I'm fairly certain that's our first 2 right there. You know what? I'm going to do this part the lazy way right now. I know these are my compressor windings right here, so I'm not too worried about that. If you're new, taking pictures of where things go is crucial. But I mean, this is fairly simple. Red's going to line back up with red, black with black. Brown, the only spot I can go is Herm, but I know that that's my Herm wire, so not too concerned about that. So let's go ahead. Let's go back to ohms. Let's put our lead, one lead there. try not to get your finger on it at all. Okay, 1.9, just what we had up there, or down there rather, at the compressor plug. 2.4. Now these two together should be like 0.8 or something. To where if we add those together, it's going to equal our bigger number. Yep. Okay. Our compressor is good here. Some people get confused. I mean, it's depending on the compressor and how those windings are. It's not going to be like, you know, that hypothetical I gave you earlier all the time, which a lot of the time it is, to where a winding's going to show, you know, hypothetically 1.0, 1.0, and then your high number's 2. Okay, it's just the two lower numbers should, when you add them together, equal, you know, within a point or two, depending on your meter, should equal your higher number. I'm actually going to test this capacitor real fast, and actually, you know what? I'm going to make sure that this is nice and tight, because this being loose causes a big boo-boo, big problem. Okay, that's ample tight. So we're gonna go to okay. Tripped me out for a second. This wire looked like it was cut. Anyway, we're going to microfarads. Or if you're really cool, you can call them Michael farads. Okay, 45. What's our rating on this capacitor? 45 plus 5. Okay, so I like to do this with all the leads off. I know the thicker brown is our fan. And don't do what I was just doing there. Here's a pro tip, because you're gonna wiggle this to where it's loose when you go to put it back on. Just take this, use the leverage of the capacitor, and lift up. I lost my needle nose, so now we're gonna go from common to fan. Whoopsie. 4.9. We are well within variance. Remember, red was common. Easy way to tell red's common is it's going to the contactor. Herm's going to go to your compressor. This is your fan. So that's it. Rest of what we have now is going to be, oh shoot, I didn't take a picture on Service Titan of me checking this. But anyway, I'm going to wash these coils out from the inside since I have the fan off already. And we're going to go from there and wrap this maintenance up, check pressures, all that good stuff. If I find an issue, then I'll let you know. But anyway, I love you so much. I know it was only maintenance. Tried to drum up something to show you. Relatively new system. And I figured I needed to create a video today because I'm addicted. I'm addicted. I have some stupid fantasy about you and I together living the total guy life, doing guy shit. But anyway, hopefully that helped. Hope that helped. But yeah, if you're confused on three-phase to single phase, like testing a compressor, hopefully that helps you. And yeah, again, I'm sorry, that's really all I could drum up. I don't have any other calls on the board, and I don't know how much more I can apologize. I am truly sorry. Things will be different. I'm sorry, baby. I'm too better now. Please don't leave me. Don't leave me, baby. I can't do this on my own. I don't want to be myself. Baby, no, please.